Dust is a pain in the derriere. You work all day in clouds of dust if you haven't got decent dust extraction. Now, most of my machines are old, and because they're old, they don't have, well, particularly good dust extraction. Okay, the planes and thicknesses, they got chip extraction, that works okay. High volume, you see, lots and lots of air sucking the little dust particles as well as the chips away from the machines. But when you get like old machines like this one here, this Linear, and yes, before you say, I have actually already made a video about this, but I missed out a fundamental detail. Okay, anyway, this particular machine here is what we call a Linear. It's basically a large belt sander with a disc attached on the side. I very rarely use the disc, I mainly use the belt itself. Now, the problem with it is, it creates clouds of dust. So there you are, working away, breathing all that shit, and even if you've got a dust mask on, you're still breathing a certain amount. Those things aren't infallible. So there you get neti bolt up your nose, and wash your snoz out at the end of the day. So you've got a nice shiny sinus then, you see. Yeah, because it's not pleasant and it's not healthy. So, if you can collect the dust, obviously, it makes perfect sense, don't it? So, on this machine here, I've fabricated up a very, very simple solution, and it works. It works really well, which I will show you. Now, the thing I didn't show in the previous video is what is it like without this dust extraction. But we'll do that at the end of the video, so we make a comparison. But first of all, let me show you how I've actually done this and how I've achieved it. It's really simple. Anyone can do this, I'm sure. What we've got at the end here, we have a little pipe at the end here, alright? Covered with my little deflector shield here, which I added afterwards. That was in the previous video. Now, it's a bit of PVC pipe behind there, and it's literally, I tell you what, let me just remove the deflector, you'll be able to see better, won't you? Okay, so that was my first attempt without the deflector, which actually did work. And we have this little shop vac here, attached into this little piece of PVC pipe. So effectively what I've got is a piece of 40mm PVC pipe. I've got a piece of, in this case, 32mm PVC pipe going inside it because it fits the hose on the shop vac better. And this little shop vac, it's only one of them little cheap ones. It's about 30 quid, this is. Plenty enough suction for the job. The bag ain't great, so I might rig up a little vortex for it, which makes a little cyclone, which makes a lot more sense. Now, I added this because I found some dust was going over the top, and this actually has helped a lot. So what I've done is created this little piece of, well, it's a piece of MDF, isn't it, you know, and I've glued this little deflector on the back here to help a little bit more, and just screwed it on top of the mounting arrangement. And the mounting arrangement on this is so simple. It's literally this piece of wood here, which is just basically screwed to the bench in like a little L bracket to this little bench here, and it works. You know, it's pretty solid enough. And how far away from the actual belt itself is really down to you, really. You've got to make sure you can get the belts on and off easy when you want to change them. You don't want that getting in the way. Now I'm about 1/4 inch, about 6mm away from the actual sanding belt itself. So effectively, this thing spins around. You sand it, and it creates a lot of dust. And there's no provision for dust extraction on the machine. No. Most modern machines will have dust extraction, but often it's only there just to say, oh, we've got dust extraction. Unfortunately. There's very few products out there, such as, well, I argue it, let's say Festool, that do have really good dust extraction. It's well designed. I have a Domino Dowler, and the dust extraction on that works brilliantly. Keeps the holes nice and clean. It does the job. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to demonstrate this without this little deflector on first. So I'm going to bring you in a little bit closer. Push that onto that U-bend there, onto that 90 degree, not U-bend, 90 degree on plastic pipe, and effectively it's going to suck the air through these holes. Okay, just do it without the deflector. I think you can agree that majority of that dust was ending up through those holes. It was being sucked away. But some of it was being thrown over the top. Hence, that's why I created this little deflector thing here. And it does work. So we'll screw that back in the top there. I might actually attach that with just a little hinge, so I'll just flip it out of the way if I want to. Because what I found is when you clean off like edges of, well, in louves and what I was doing earlier, you get these little strings of fine edge, a bit like the wire edge when you sharpen up plane iron, and they block the hole, so you've got to clear it out occasionally. Obviously, if it was on a hinge, I could just flip it out of the way, couldn't I? This makes a lot more sense. So I think I'll do that. Now we're going to try it. We're going to use it. Do exactly the same thing again. Dust extractor on. Back. I think you can agree it does actually work. So let's do it without the vac on. Alright, keep the vac off. We're going to do one without the vac. This is when we can't breathe. I'm going to bring you back out a little bit to sort of. There you go. One piece of wood. This piece of old pine. I can see all the little particles in the air flying about. You see them just on top here now as well. Let's just zoom you in just so you can see a bit better. There's a lot more dust on the left on the top here, and there's clouds of it. You know, it's just you do that all day, and also the holes at the back here. I don't know if you can see that they're actually built up around the outside of the holes because it's just hitting it and not been sucked out of the way. And now the holes are clear. So it does work. It's a simple solution to a bit of a horrendous problem, really, because, you know, working in a real dusty environment, and there's enough machines that create these problems anyway. You don't really want to add to it, especially with sanding. So anyway, please hit the like button, maybe subscribe to the channel and a little bell icon, because you get one face in your pocket every time I upload another video. And I know you'll be excited about that. Toodaloo! Where's my button? Where it is?